All right, guys. So next up, we're going to be talking about the dollar yen. Dollar yen. There's once again, we came out of the monthly support, monthly, weekly resistance. Monthly are my purple zones. Weeklies are my red zones. Um, and something interesting to just kind of look at on this dollar yen is that we had this monthly trend line. As a matter of fact, let me go to the monthly, and it's better to actually see it there. And as if you can tell, we've been respecting that monthly trend line, and it's going to be kind of interesting to see how this monthly candle actually ends up. So just something to keep an eye out on this as we progress through the through the end of the week. So we got a chance to look at the weekly. Let's take a look at the daily now. Um, Dailies, I have the supply zones already marked out. Demand zones already marked out. Once again, once you guys actually see my these white lines, they represent somewhat of a support and resistance lines. So that's just something. If we actually, which I do have, I believe, a long entry for this one, I'll share right now. But the end result target, it's going to be right around this 1070, 1050 area that I'm really shooting for. So let's go ahead and narrow it down, break it down. The entry on this one, I'm looking at the 109.25 area, which is right this 4-hour demand area. So I'm going to jot it down here, 109.25. Stop loss is going to be 108.95. So I'm pretty much taking the entire zone, level on level that we kind of see there. And the first target that I'm really shooting for is the 110.50 area. Sometimes, as you guys will probably notice, that I don't really, sometimes I tend to get out a little bit earlier. So in this case, we're probably going to be shooting for the 109.45 as your first target. And then second target would be the 75 or the 70. Sometimes I actually aim for the 70 just before we get out to the next extreme ones. Now, if you're that type of trader that maybe you might sometimes you actually take your first entire target. Um, you might want to bring up your stop loss all the way up here and see how that level reacts, because sometimes it will end up pushing maybe towards this 111. If not, then you could just take it towards your 110.45. At any rate, here, this is actually a good level to actually consider, because the payout on this one is going to be pretty good. These are the type of trades that I wait for. So once again, like last week, none of them actually did trigger. But when they do trigger, this is easily a 4-to-1 trade. And these are the type of trades I actually end up looking for. So if there's anything to look at, and it can very potentially be a 5-to-1 trade, but let's just kind of get the minimum out of this one. This would be the very minimum would be the one on 110.45. So that's what I have, guys, for this dollar yen, guys. And let's move on forward. I'll see you guys on the next video. Take care.